I'm going to talk about today this PCB board right here. So these are two diodes right here on this hard drive. You can see it, right? And these two diodes always break. Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. So I'm just going to kind of show a demonstration that what you can do is go like this. And as you see on the meter, it's not beeping because it's a good diode. So if I go like this here, it's still fine. If I come here, they're fine. It's not beeping. But if these two diodes were beeping, that means there's something wrong with the diodes. And then you would have to replace it, screw it back into the hard drive, and connect the drive back in, and you could get your data back. However, when customers come here and they ask me to do this, I charge $1,000 plus tax just to do this type of work. I don't fix hard drives. I only recover data. And so $1,000 is more than a fair price. Now, there's another diode right here. There's a little brown one right here. That's not a capacitor, it's a diode as well. And you have to check them, okay? And the most notorious little guy here would be the fuse, which is this one right here. It's 0. And if I check this guy right here as well, it's fine. It can beep because it has continuity mode here. These two are fine as well, but if they were beeping, it would be bad. This is your CPU, that's your cache, this is your controller chip right here. So if you see something like this, right here, this is your controller. They can go very much bad. And that's your cache, and that's your CPU. So, if you have a problem with this header right here, which is your SATA connector, you would have to have a heat gun. And you would have to use a solder. The solder is a little pins in here, and take it off. But you would need a microscope for that, so you can actually see what you're doing. These things don't really break that much. I've never had one break yet. Hopefully never. But nevertheless, these are all the same. But there are some different ones, which I can show you. Like this one here, for example. This one is a different one. This one's from a 2.5 inch hard drive. These are mechanical. And this one comes with a BIOS right here. Do you see the BIOS? This one has a BIOS chip. Unlike this guy, it doesn't have a BIOS. So, the thing is that if you need to replace the BIOS, you could replace it, but the first thing you must check is the diodes. And there's two diodes right here, two little diodes right here. Okay? The best thing to do is check those diodes first to see if they're any good. And there's your cache chip. It has cache. And here's your CPU. So the thing is that this guy would have to be replaced only if last resort. Because if you replace this guy and the hard drive still don't want to spin, then you would need to use PC3000. You could Google that on the internet. PC3000 is not cheap. It will cost you nearly $50,000 to get a hold of. And that's an American price. If you're in Canada, by the time you convert it, it's going to cost you $60,000 or $70,000 easily. So in the US, it would cost probably around, say, $20,000, $25,000 American. But don't forget, there's a conversion fee, there's a border tax. You'll have to pay higher prices. And PC3000 is what everybody uses. So the thing is there's another thing. There's a bunch of contacts over here. See these contacts? It's good to clean these things out, So here as well, see these contacts? they get dirty. You know, so it's a good thing to clean it with alcohol, not the one that you drink. So just clean it out. You know, take a Q-tip and start cleaning it. Don't scratch it, but clean it. But like I said, this is easy to do. If you want to change the diodes, check them for continuity. If it doesn't beep, then you'll have to check the rest of the capacitors and the resistors here. And it is microscopic, by the way. They're very, very tiny. They're very tiny capacitors and very tiny fuses. It has lots of fuses here. So you would need a microscope for this type of stuff. And the microscope will set you back around $3,000 if you want a good one. Otherwise, you know, tools cost money, experience is priceless, but that's part of the whole work. I just thought to make a video to tell you what you can do and how you can solve your problems. You can always buy another PCB board like this one, but you're going to be looking at a lot of money because a PCB board, a donor board just like this one, just a donor, will cost you about $100. That's what they go for. So this is why repairs are expensive. Anyways, if you like the video, like and subscribe. And as always, send me a message. Bye.